Hey there, what's up guys? I really hope you're all doing great. Today, I'm here to show you how to install applications when on a mobile device running iOS. In this case, whether it's an iPad or an iPhone that's pretty old and keeps giving you this error we see on the screen, which is that if we try to download any app from the App Store, it won't let us. It says our device isn't compatible. But in this video, I'm going to show you how you can install them for free and give new life to those old iOS devices you have at home. So with that said and more, let's get started. Alright guys, before we begin, a huge thank you to everyone who's been subscribing. We do to everyone who's been liking the videos and who is showing up here on the screen. To everyone who's been commenting, thank you so much for your support. Also, a shout out to the new top donors of the channel. The memberships are down below and come with benefits like virtual assistants and many other perks. You'll also see some recommended videos for iOS here on the screen. And now let's get started. Alright folks, as you can see, I have an iPad mini in my hands. This one is a first generation model running iOS 9. This can work for any iOS version. iOS 7, 9, 10, 12, 13. It will vary depending on the phone you have. But as I'm going to show you on the screen, I'm going to open the App Store. I have an iCloud account set up, and when I try to download an app, I get this message. It says 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗧𝗣𝗔𝗍𝗣𝗔𝗟 as if we were buying something, but we're actually just downloading. And it says that Instagram. In this case, whatever app we try will tell us that it's not compatible with our iPad or iPhone. That's the error we're going to fix. How can we install applications? Today I'm going to show you two methods. In this case, I'll show you the first one, which involves using another untouched iPhone device. So if we have another iPhone at home or someone who can lend us one, here's what we're going to do. In my case, right here in my hands, I have an iPhone 6s Plus, which is running iOS version 15.7 or later. Of course, we're going to use an iPhone that is compatible for downloading applications. We're not going to use another old device as well. And what we're going to do on this iPhone is sign in with the same iCloud account that we have on our iPad. In this case, it's not necessary to leave the account signed in on the 6s Plus. We're just going to link it temporarily to complete a few steps. Once we have the same account, as you can see on the screen of our iPhone, we're going to proceed to enter the App Store. While inside the App Store with our iPhone 6s, or whichever phone you have, we're going to download the application that we want on our iPad. In this case, we're going to pick any app, for example, this one. We're going to tap on Get, and it will ask us for our iCloud password. We'll enter it, or if it asks for a fingerprint, we'll use our fingerprint. And when it shows ready, it means it's now in the download queue. We're going to do this with all the apps that we can or want to have on our iPad. Let's do it. I recommend doing this with many popular apps like InDrive, Games, YouTube, Disney. For all the apps you can, tap Get and try to simulate the download. Why do I say simulate the download? Because once the download starts and you see the little spinning wheel icon, we're going to cancel it. We're not actually going to download the apps on this phone. And you might wonder why, well, so we don't waste time, right? We're just going to tap cancel because what we need is for an icon to appear that looks like a cloud with a downward arrow. That means it's already registered as a purchase on that iCloud account, okay? That's what we're going to need. So we're going to do this whole process on the phone, and once we have all the apps we want, we can move onto the iPad. In my case, I'm going to download a couple, and when I'm done, we'll continue. Alright guys, once we've downloaded the apps we want, what we're going to do is move on to our .iPad. On our iPad, we're going to close all the apps we have open and make sure that we're signed in to iCloud. Once we have this set up, we just need to go to the App Store, and if it asks us to sign in, we sign in with the iCloud account that we created, right? Or the one we already had. Once you've entered your username and password, you need to be very patient because this old App Store works very slowly. And we're just going to go to the section that says Purchases. Let's wait a moment, and as you can see, the downloads that we previously had on our iPhone now appear. In this case, let's look at the top section at the options where it says that they are not downloaded on the iPad. Also, in the upper right corner, it says iPad apps. We can also change that to iPhone apps so that we have more compatibility. And if we want to download any of them, we shouldn't click directly on the name, but rather on that little cloud icon I mentioned, the one that's a cloud with a downward arrow. We click on it and the option appears to confirm that we want to download. And as you can see, the download begins. In this case, for Discord and any other applications we choose. In my case, I'm going to select several to test it out. However, not all applications will be 100% functional. Some can be downloaded, but they no longer offer service as such. YouTube, in this case, I also have another recommendation for that, but as for YouTube itself, I've tried it and it hasn't worked properly. It opens, but it doesn't load as if it didn't have internet access. Other than that, Instagram, Facebook, and some games are fully functional. As you can see here, a couple of apps have already been downloaded on the iPad. Obviously, the iPad is quite slow when it comes to downloading, but as you can see, I'm testing Facebook. Facebook opens correctly. I've also tried Google Photos, Candy Crush. There are many games and applications that work. Obviously, they're slow, that's for sure. They'll run slowly, but they will work. We won't need to use the browser, and it will be much more comfortable to use these applications. And that's what you need to do. Now let's move on to part 2, guys. Remember, I told you there were 2 methods. In this case, the first one is if you have an iPhone. In this case, if you don't have an iPhone on hand or can't use this method, but you do have a computer, I'm going to show you how to do the method using a computer. So let's go to the computer. Another option we can try is to download this version of iTunes that we have here. We double click to install it, okay? We just need to click next here and then click install. We're also going to have, remember that all the downloads will be in the video description. You should also check whether your computer is 32 or 64 bits, as that's what determines which download you need. Alright, once it's installed, we just need to click open. In this case, if we have the 3U-Tools program open, we're going to select it and close it, okay? Since it minimizes, we're going to click here and select exit. If we have another program that doesn't let us open iTunes, in this case, we're going to try to open iTunes and click accept. Okay, if you see this warning, what we need to do is go to our folders. Guys, here in this case, we're going to find it in the music, iTunes, and here it is, iTunes library. We're going to click here and delete it, okay? Now let's try opening iTunes again, double click. 𝗖𝗢𝗣𝗍𝗣𝗍 to see if it lets us. And as you can see, it allows us to open them, okay? Let's go ahead and close this and accept. Now we're going to actually sign in to the store. As you can see, we have what is the store here. In this case, we're going to go here. Click on edit menu, and select where it says applications. We click accept and then go to the applications options. And as you can see, guys, we've accessed all the corresponding applications that we have. In this case, if we want, for example, 𝗍𝗍 here from Colombia, we can click where it says get and then enter our old ID. So here we're going to enter the ID and the password. We'll enter the ID that corresponds to the iPad we had assigned. We're going to click OK. Request again after 15 minutes. We click it on and it will start downloading here. When it starts downloading, we'll pause it and do the same with all the applications we need. In this case, we go back, click go to the App Store, and here we'll keep searching for applications. In this case, we also have Messenger. We're going to click get here. Same thing, we enter the password, then get. If you get a notification, just accept it on the iPad. Let's check here and pause it as well, okay? We put it on pause. And we're gonna do exactly the same thing with all the applications we need. In this case, we start with Google Chrome and we also click on it. Here we also click get and the download will start here. We do this with all the applications that I mentioned we might need. In this case, we can also search directly in the store for any apps we might need, right? I've already downloaded all the applications we wanted from the computer. All we have to do is the same. Go to our iPad, close the App Store if it was open it again, go to purchases, and also enable the option that says not on this iPad, as well as the option that says iPad apps. We change that with a click and also select for iPhone. This is so that apps like 𝗍𝗍, banking apps, and WhatsApp will appear for us. In this case, we're going to install it and all those little things. And the same goes for installing them. Just tap the cloud icon and start downloading whichever one you want. In this case, as I mentioned a bit earlier, YouTube can be downloaded, but it isn't working. It doesn't connect. It might work on another version of iPad, maybe on an iPad 2 or iPad 3, it does work. So it's really just a matter of you trying it out, right? At the moment, it's not working on this iPad. I recommend accessing it through the browser, either Google Chrome or Safari. In this case, I recommend using Google Chrome more so you can get higher resolutions like i720p, which is HD, or even 1080p, since with Safari we can't get such high quality. Here, as you can see, one of my videos can be played even at 720p, which will look much better on our iPad. And well, Google Chrome is a bit faster than Safari, right? Also, Twitter, Facebook, all those apps are fully functional and you can use them on your iPad. and some games too, but that's not really recommended. Since this one, at least this iPad mini one, is very slow. So it's more for multimedia now, right? We can watch Netflix, Disney, HBO, and the occasional movie. We can do this perfectly from our iPad or from our old iPhone that we've given a new purpose to, instead of just leaving it around as a paperweight or decoration. So guys, that's all for this video. If it worked for you, if you liked it, don't forget to give me your powerful like, your powerful subscription, and comment down below in the comment box, guys, letting me know on which iOS device it worked for you, on which iPhone or iPad you managed to get it working. All the links will also be in the description, including the download link, guys. We also have streams on Twitch, totally free. Go check it out, look, follow me, and we play with people from the chat. I also answer questions live if you have any inquiries. You'll also see it here on screen, and the links are also down here in the description. My social networks as well, Instagram, Facebook, are down below in the description. And as I say in all my videos, guys, I don't like to keep you waiting, so until next time, bye-bye.